Hey everybody, this is Chris with the Crosscut Crafters channel. Welcome to Making the Makers. This week's pattern is the dog collar by Diesel Punk RO. Link is in the video description. So this collar set contains different sizes from 34 centimeter or 30 to 34 centimeter. That's 12 to 13 and a half inches. All the way up to 61 centimeters, which would be 2 foot. If your dog has a 2 foot neck, that furry beast is huge. Well, as is the first step of any of these patterns, we've got to get the paper pattern cut out. Let's get to it. Alright, here's our pieces and the way that we'll assemble them. Our next step is to get the leather, get this taped down. Afterwards, we will punch our holes. Alright guys, this is the tab that will be holding the D-ring in the center. I've decided I want to dye it scarlet red using EcoFlow. Before I do that, let me do some edge treatment. Alright guys, we're back for our next step, which is going to be dyeing these two pieces. For them, we're going to be using Thieving's Pro Dye Black. I just got an idea. I'll be right back. Alright, let me go put these on a drying rack and I'll be right back with you. Well, I have a makeshift drying rack. Let everything get air from all sides. We'll be back to stitch this together tomorrow. We'll see you then. Alright guys, I'm just doing a little bit of test assembly before I start punching rivets down. Alright, everything looks good for my test fit. I'm going to be doing this by hand instead of using my rivet setter, or the arbor press. I know that the back of these rivets go into this number 4, and this punch, as you can see, it's concave at the end. That will just slot directly over to the rivet head. Alright guys, all of our rivets are set. Now it's time to sew. Before I fold this edge over and this edge over, I'm going to wet them. That's going to make it a lot easier to bend them over. Now for aesthetics, this section, or this red section, I'm going to be using my black flat wax thread. For the long black section, I'll be using this new red flat thread. Special thanks to one of the fans of the channel for providing this to us. Purchased it off of a wish list on Amazon. You know who you are. Thank you very much. Oh, and they did want to be anonymous. That's why I'm not saying the name. Also, this rivet over here in the black, this one will also have the red thread. So, since it's a slow, arduous process of stitching for me, I'm not going to be showing that on camera. What I'm going to do, I will start going down this edge. I'll take a picture and come back. I'll go down this edge, take a picture. Then I'll do this section, take some more pictures. We'll see you then. Here is a stitching hack for you. Take some of your disused needles and stick them through your stitching holes to align your pieces. This will hold it in place and make it much easier to stitch. As you advance towards one needle, pull it out, put it further up in the piece, and continue. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Making the Makers on the Crosscut Crafters channel. It was my pleasure to make for you the Diesel Punk RO dog collar. Link is in the video description. This has been a Peachoid Media Group production.